Hello everybody and welcome to this edition of News You Can Use. I'm your host, Thera Martin Milling, and so glad to be with you again, to have this opportunity to come into your home or your place of work, wherever it is that you happen to be checking out LaSalle TV 56 or Verizon Channel 36. Again, this is News You Can Use, and today on the program in the first segment, we're going to talk with a young lady who had a vision and an idea to do something positive for women, and it's all about celebrating sisterhood. She's going to tell us about a special event she has coming up on October the 10th. And then when we turn the page a little bit later on, we're going to talk about an event that's coming up this weekend. Yep, I'm talking about on Saturday, October the 3rd. It's the annual Praise is the Cure event, and that takes place at the Mount Airy Church of God in Christ. The founder and the visionary beyond that, she will be with us in our second segment, and her son will be along also. So stay with us. This edition of News You Can Use, it will continue in a moment. Hello, everybody. And before we even get to our guests, I just have to take 60 seconds to say how proud I am of the city of Philadelphia. Despite whatever challenges or hurdles we may have had to get over and to get through, to make for sure that Papa Francisco had a safe visit while he was in this city, we got it done. So I want to say hats off to our mayor, Michael Nutter, to the Philadelphia Police Department, our commissioner, Charles Ramsey, to the fire department, to all the hands on the ground making things happen. And I'm talking about the Homeland Security, I'm talking about the FBI, the Secret Service, I'm talking about all of those who had any hand in keeping us safe while Pope was in our city. Not just us safe, but keeping him safe as well. I think Philadelphia really did itself proud, from the entertainers who came into town to the volunteers who were on the ground. I happened to be out there on Saturday on Benjamin Franklin Parkway on September the 26th, and there could not have been a prouder moment, I think, in my life to be a Philadelphian and to see how well people conducted themselves, how welcoming our whole city was to our Pope, be that whether you were Catholic, Baptist, Presbyterian, whatever faith or background you came from. I saw a lot of love, a lot of racial bridges being crossed on Saturday and on Sunday through the masses and through everything that Pope Francis did. I think he brings a whole 20,000 new layers of respect that America would have for him and for the work that he is doing around the world. And you know, what he asked of all of us to do was to pray for him while we're asking for prayer from him. This great man, this great leader, this shepherd for the Catholic faith, he asked for all of our prayers, and we hope certainly that all of us will answer and do what the Pope asked us to, and that's to pray for Pope Francis. And Godspeed to him everywhere that he goes. And now, to get to our guest of the moment, I am so glad to have you in the studio, and I think you're doing great work in your own right, Miss Robin Maddox, and I'm sure that your family is very proud of you and all of your achievements.
Thank you, Thera, for having me today. I'm just so excited to be here, just to share this time with you and just to talk about celebrating sisterhood.
Celebrating sisterhood.
Yes.
How did you come up with that?
Ah, you really want to know how I came up with that? Well, I will tell the story, but my dad will probably like, oh my gosh, my poor daughter's going to tell everything. But I won't say it all. I will just say that a couple years back, 2011, my dad asked me to be the worship leader for a special service at his church, and there he had the Reverend Dr. Robin L. Smith, who we all know and we love, to be the guest minister for that morning. So as I was sitting on the pulpit and just looking out in the congregation, just looking at the faces of everyone, you know, the thought just came to me. Now, I was paying attention to the sermon, but the thought came to me, you know, we all know our birth dates, but none of us really know our death date. And so I was looking around and looking at especially the women, young and old, you know, middle age, the young adult women, and I said, wow, and I started trying to guess like what their profession is or what just happened prior to coming to church, how was their week, and it just came to me, we ought to just celebrate our sisters, you know, not leaving the men out, but we need to encourage and, you know, empower our sisters, you know, regardless of where they come from, their background, their religious, ethnic, diversity, all that. We just wanted to celebrate them. And so that's really where the name came from. We want to celebrate our sisterhood, let them know that we love them, we encourage them, we empower them, we inspire them to live the life that God has purpose for them. Because each of us have a purpose in life.
Exactly. I love it. I love what it sounds like your vision is and what you are doing. And this Celebrating Sisterhood thing, it's not like you just started with this 2 days ago or 6 months ago. It's been around for a minute.
Yeah, since 2011, we consider ourselves to come alongside other women organizations, women ministries, just to collaborate, to partner with them, on various activities or events that they may be doing as well. Not to replace, but again, to encourage and to empower women, again, to live that life of purpose. So whether you are in the boardroom or you're, a stay-at-home mom or crossing guard, we celebrate you. We thank you for all what you have done and what you're doing, and in the lives of our communities, but most importantly, in the lives of your families and our children. So sometimes I'm driving along, I see a crossing guard, en route to going to work, and I'll beep the horn and wave.
I do that too.
Yeah, because I celebrate you. Yes,
and sometimes
sister.
they look at me like, huh? I don't know you ladies. I love crossing guards.
Hey, absolutely. You're taking care of our children. So we celebrate you. So that's, that's our heartbeat, to celebrate women.
I love it. I love it. So on Saturday, October the 10th, you're doing a special event, and you'd like to invite all of our viewing ladies.
Well, hold on. Ladies, yes. But if men want to come, we welcome you too.
We welcome the men too?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, the men are welcome too.
Yes, men are welcome too, because we have a wealth of information just to share and exchange, and the networking, and to uplift. So I'm really excited about October the 10th. It's our first Health and Wellness Empowerment Conference. We have a lineup of speakers and people who are going to be participating, and I'm excited about that. I really am.
Okay, now, one of your speakers I saw on the list was Terry Williams, and she founded... Terry Matthews,
yes,
excuse
Terry
me,
Matthews.
And she's been a guest in the past here on this show. She was here once. She was also on another program here at LaSalle TV 56. But she's dynamic, and she founded Jaden's Voice.
Jaden's Voice. Terry is phenomenal. I'll call her my sissy. She is phenomenal. The work that she's doing and continuing to do, leaving LA, the West Coast, and coming over here to the East Coast to do the work.
Taking Philly by storm in a positive way.
In a positive way, working with families who are impacted with autism, and she's so generous in her giving, and so I thought it would be wise to have such a person as Terry. Why? Because she's a mom and has experienced her challenges in terms of health, and taking care of her health while taking care of her son's health as well, and getting the word out as well. So it's imperative that I would have someone like Terry. And I thank her for coming on and saying, yes, Robin, I'll do this for you.
Who are some of the other ladies that are going to be your panelists or speakers?
Oh, let me tell you, I'm so excited. First of all, your soror, Dr. Lorena Marshall Blake. Absolutely. Great. So she's going to come and she's going to share, and she's also going to moderate our what we call our health and wellness panel discussion. And so on that panel, we have Dr. Vernell Dupree from Abington Memorial Hospital. We also have Terry Matthews, as I mentioned. We also have Joyce Robinson. Joyce is an entrepreneur really specializing in wellness and holistic health and natural products, and getting us, focused on taking better care of our bodies the right way with all natural products. So we have her on our panel as well. As a matter of fact, there's so many, well, not so many, but we have Dr. R.G. Allen. How can I forget her? Oh, she's phenomenal out of Drexel University. She has Faith Inc., and she's really good at, as a clinical therapist and relationships, because we're going to talk,
Dr.
that's
Allen
part of health,
excellent.
relationships. Dr. R.G. Allen. Then we have Tanya Lapido with the Lapido Group. She's also another therapist as well, and we're going to talk about, stress. No, here's the title. We came with the title, Depressed, Distressed, Help Me Get Out This Mess. So we have some great people that's going to come and help us to maneuver and navigate through it all.
Okay, so now if people want to know more about October the 10th, how they can be there, how they can be involved, is there a way that they can connect with you?
Absolutely. They can always find us on Facebook, of course, Celebrating Sisterhood. We have a fan page. We also have the Eventbrite. So people can just go right on Eventbrite and put in the search Celebrating Sisterhood, Health, Wellness, Empowerment Conference, and they can sign up there to register for this great event. Absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry, and Twitter. I'm just learning to navigate through Twitter now.
Me as well.
I'm taking my time, but
Don't ask me my Twitter address.
Well, actually, I know my Twitter handle.
Well, you're better than me.
Wait, hold on. It's @CelebrateSister. That
Very
one,
good.
yeah, I just memorized that.
I have to ask my executive producer, Amanda, what's my, no, she doesn't even know. I don't know. I can't remember what my Twitter is, but
tell you,
it's in my phone. I just hit the button and it comes up.
It just comes up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But so all of this sounds really good and really wonderful. My only concern is for the older woman or women who are watching the show and who might like to come, who are not computer savvy at all, do not do Facebook, do not do email, do not do tweet. How can they engage?
We got that covered too.
Okay.
Like I said, here's our number.
Okay.
They can always contact me at 267-326-4592. That's 267-326-4592.
Okay.
They can always contact me there. We have flyers that's circulating all around, even in our churches as well. So I want to thank our churches who thought so kindly just to share this information with their women's ministry as well.
All right. Phone number, one more time.
The phone number is 267-326-4592.
All right. And you could not leave the show without saying the name of your father's church, because I know that Pastor Robert Shine will be looking for his daughter if you don't say his name, the name of his church.
Absolutely, and I have to give a great shout out to my dad, Reverend Dr. Robert P. Shine, who is the pastor of Baraka Baptist Church, located there, right there on Shelton and Limekiln Pike. I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not, but I have to give a big shout out to my dad.
That's fine.
And I thank my dad and my mom so much for instilling in me, you know, in terms of giving back to others and being considerate and kind and just fulfilling my purpose.
That's what's up. That's what's
That's
up,
what
sis.
I'm talking about.
All right,
Yes.
that's what we're talking about. So Celebrating Sisterhood, let's do it on October the 10th. And you can learn more by being in touch with Robin Shine Maddox. That's it for this first segment on News You Can Use. But guess what? We're going to be back in just a moment. And my friend Anita T. Conner is coming forward. Her son, John Conner, is coming too. They're going to talk about Praise is the Cure. Stay with us.
Today, a new creature walks among us, terrorizing innocent citizens. Until this threat can be contained, we must all be on the lookout for the dreaded digital deadwalkers.
Dude!
They're not looking out for you.
Engage!
A public service safety message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, who want to keep everyone well connected with strong, healthy bones.
Vision loss is not something that you feel until it happens.
Most people lose their vision from diseases like macular degeneration and glaucoma, not at birth.
3 million Americans have glaucoma, and half don't even know it.
11 million people in the United States have macular degeneration.
So many eye disorders can be treated if caught early.
Make a plan today to get your eyes checked.
Visit brightfocus.org to learn more.
My name is Caitlin. I'm 6 years old. I like to go to the beach with my cousins. When I was a baby, I was very sick. And then I got a liver transplant from an organ donor. He saved my life.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Hello, everybody, and as promised in this second portion of our program today, I told you we would talk with Anita T. Conner. She is here, and also her son, John Conner, is here. This is his first time on a show with me, right?
Yes.
Now, Anita and I, we done did so many shows. I can't even name all the shows we've done together, but we've been together for a while, and I thank God for you. You're our blessing. You're a blessing.
You're a blessing.
So many people, women and men.
Thank you.
So anyway, for our viewing audience, Anita T. Conner is the visionary behind an event, an organization called Praise is the Cure. And she's been with us before, but for those who didn't see her the last time she was on our show, tell the story.
About Praise is the Cure?
Yeah.
Well, you know, Praise is the Cure came about because I, 17 years ago, was diagnosed with an advanced stage of breast cancer. And it was, I believe, the divine intervention that I'm sitting here today telling you my story. And so I believe that God saved me so that I could help save someone else. And that's how Praise is the Cure came about. We wanted to help the community, help the women in the community, you know, because we, as you know, die of breast cancer. We African American women at greater numbers than any other ethnic group. And the key is early detection. And so me and my family created this organization called Praise is the Cure. And our mission is to motivate, educate, and encourage African American women to get their breast health screenings and treatment when needed and celebrate life. And so that's how Praise is the Cure came about.
And so then for women and men who should choose to participate in this day that you call Praise is the Cure, the big day, which is always on a Saturday. This year it is this coming Saturday, folks, Saturday, October the 3rd of 2015, and it's going to be at Mount Airy Church of God in Christ. The address is 6401
Ogons Avenue. They're our host menu again this year, which has been a blessing. We take up their whole complex. And so what we do that day is everything from mammograms to health fairs to wellness workshops. We have a pamper party for survivors. We have a program called Real Men Wear Pink, where the men get together and talk about caregiving and health issues. And we have a children's festival. And then we close out the event with a Celebrate Life gospel concert. So it is a day full of activities, something for everyone. And so that's our closeout event, because we actually started the Week of Hope, Health, and Healing Sunday.
Okay. So things have already started. But for the viewers who are seeing this program on Channel 56, on Comcast, on Verizon Channel 36, what you will get to see if you take our word and go out this Saturday, October the 3rd, Mount Airy Church of God in Christ, 6401 Ogons Avenue. It's a huge church with a huge complex, and inside of that church, a lot of different workshop rooms. There's a big giant room where a lot of stuff is going on. The morning portion is free.
Yes, it is.
Anybody can come.
Free.
You don't need a ticket. You don't have to have an invitation. All you have to have is the willingness and the spirit to show up.
Right, to show up and come out for the day
and
of
start
fun,
at
fellowship,
what time?
and food. We start at 9 o'clock.
9 a.m.
And we'll be there. The concert starts at 2. So there's activities from 9 to 2. And
that
then
are absolutely free.
That are absolutely free.
Okay. Now then, for every woman or man who comes to Praise is the Cure event on Saturday, October the 3rd, who is a breast cancer survivor, they get to come to the concert for free.
Yes.
Now, if you have family and friends who come, or if you're viewing the program right now and say, oh, this is a great event, I want to come, and you're supporting the efforts of Praise is the Cure by purchasing a ticket, then it's all good. Come, buy a ticket, minimal cost for what you're going to see and what you're going to get.
Yes, we have a great lineup this year. Our headliner is J.J. Harrison. Is our headliner, and Dr. Alan Weiler is going to be there.
That's all you got to
and
tell
Bruce
me.
Parham is
That's all
going to
you
be
got
there.
to tell me.
We have a great lineup that day, so you definitely will be blessed. All those that come out and supporting the cause to get the word out about breast health.
Now, John, I feel like I've watched you grow up, and you have just developed into quite a fine young man, and I know that your family is very proud of you. And I just think it's so marvelous and awesome when family works together, worships together, does a lot of good things together. And so when your mom was diagnosed 17 years ago with cancer, and to the degree that she had to have a mastectomy, that was major, and I'm sure it was a really challenging time, not just for her, but for the whole family, but you all got through it. Because I believe you're a family of faith, that's what carried you through it.
Right.
But all these years later, fast forward to now, here you are working with your mom in her business, which is a certified public accounting, one of the finest accounting firms in the city of Philadelphia, in the state of Pennsylvania, in the whole United States of America. but aside from that, this nonprofit arm, this Praise is the Cure, and the other
Georgie Thorne Financial Education Center
that you're doing is some good stuff. So what role do you play in all of it?
Well, I am actually the president of both of our nonprofits, and I came on a couple years ago, and as far as Praise is the Cure, breast cancer really is a whole family thing. It affects the whole family, and that's why we as a family decided to bring this program, bring this event to everyone, and we have activities for the whole family to come. And but in particular for the men, we sometimes, we don't know how to be the best caretakers. When things go wrong or when our women are having problems or issues, we don't always know what to say or what to do. And that's why the men's event is so important, because men can come out in a safe place and discuss stories and give advice to other men that are there, so we can all really do our job, which is to be there and support the women in our lives. Right,
and that is so very special. I recall having the opportunity a few years ago to videotape portions of your event, and I think there was a young man working with me that day, but for whatever reason, he was tied up in another room, and I ended up having to tape the room where the men were doing a men's rap session. And it just touched my heart listening to the men talk about their feelings and what they went through as they were loving their wife and trying to help her get through breast cancer and going to get radiation treatments and all of that kind of thing. It was amazing, and I think that component that you added on to your event was the smartest thing you could have ever done. Include the men, making sure the men are involved in all this, and the reality that some men get breast cancer.
Yes, that's a reality, that some men do get breast cancer.
Talk about that for a second.
So it's not just us women, men get it as well. And we actually do have some men that we're going to be celebrating this year in our pamper party. That asked if they could come. I'm like, yes, this is all for all survivors. So the men need to make sure that they get checked as well. It is just not for us women.
Okay, this is just days away before the event is going to happen. So we're doing the best that we can to help get the word out. But it's important that people who are survivors register. That they gotta let you know that they're coming.
Right. Just those survivors and patients. If you'd like to come for a day of pampering, because we have spa technicians and glamour shots and a catered meal and gifts, and we're just going to celebrate life with you. If you want to come and be celebrated, make sure you call us 215-635-1902, and that's 215-635-1902. All other events, you don't have to register. Just come out for a day of family fun, fellowship, catered meals. It'll be a great day.
Okay, so we've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to help get the word out on this channel about what is going on, so that people can call real quick. If you are a current patient with breast cancer
or survivor,
you want to call so you can come and just be treated special. Just be treated special on Saturday, October the 3rd. Praise is the Cure. That's what's going to be happening. It's going to be at Mount Airy Church of God in Christ, 6401 Ogontz Avenue. All right. So now your daughter, as life would have it, she was also diagnosed with breast cancer.
Yes.
In her early 30s.
Yes. And
she is a survivor. Praise God.
Praise God.
Praise God. She's a survivor too. She's a survivor. Wrote a book about.
Yes, my mommy has breast cancer, but she's okay.
Because she had a young daughter right around the time when she was going through.
A 2-year-old, Madison.
And she wanted to make sure that Madison understood as best she could
what was going on, especially with people of color. She couldn't find anything to explain to Madison what was going on, and so she wrote this children's book, and it's wonderful for children and adults. And it just kind of talks about, it creates a story that's very complex. It makes it very simple, and adults love it too, because now they can talk about something that's very serious in a very light-hearted way that children will understand.
So the book is available online. We don't have a book with us today. I've shown it when we were here last time. It's still just as important as it was the last time you were here. But if people would still like to purchase or order the book written by little Madison, They can do that online.
Yeah, they can go to praisesthecure.org or Amazon. It's on Amazon as well, but you go to praisesthecure.org.
And then I know people are wondering, well, what is this Thera has sitting up on her lap? And it goes with my outfit, actually.
Yes,
Thank
it
you, Miss
does.
Madison. John, do you want to tell what your niece, Miss Madison, created now?
Yes, she's already starting to be her own little business person, but she came up with these wonderful flip-flops, and they're for Praises the Cure, and all the money that comes from the sales is going to be going towards breast cancer awareness.
And she's got little professional tags that says, flip-flops for a purpose. If you believe in yourself, anything is possible. Breast cancer awareness. And designed by 9-year-old Madison Marie Matchett.
Yes.
And she is the granddaughter of Anita T. Conner, the niece of Mr. John Conner, and the daughter of Carrie Conner Matchett.
Yes.
Right, I got it. Okay, this is beautiful. I love them. And she sells them in different sizes.
Different sizes, different colors.
And it's to help raise money for Praises the Cure.
Yes.
And you take that money and turn around and you're helping women and or men who are going through breast cancer and trying to do the breast cancer awareness thing. You're printing materials, you're circulating them. It costs
a lot of money, yes. We had an event Sunday. We were at 115 churches, and we distributed about 15,000 pieces of literature about breast health. And that's what these funds go for, as well as to pay for all of our events, which are free, again, to the community.
Well, you are a blessing. You're a blessing to our community. We're just so glad that God saw fit to keep you, to keep your daughter, to have your son and your husband and whole family working in the business. It is not often that you see families that can do that anymore. A lot of times families go in different directions and people don't support each other. But I love to see what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing, young man.
Yes, I will.
And of course, you're going to keep doing what you're doing. So give us the website and the phone number one more time.
praisesthecure.org. And again, that's praisesthecure.org. And the number is 215-635-1902. That's 215-635-1902.
All righty, and if you happen to see this show before September the 30th and you want to know more, you can listen to my program, Daybreak on Word, at 900 AM WURD, because Anita T. Conner, or one of the Connors, is going to be on my show as a newsmaker at 6:15 in the morning. It's the Early Bird Show on September the 30th. Do check us out. I thank you all again for coming. I appreciate you. I love you. You know I do for everything you do. And you keep it up. Keep up the great work. And everybody, once again, we just want to keep the great spirit that Pope Francis brought to Philadelphia. Let's stay positive. Let's do things on the right side of life. And remember, everyone, that life is fragile. Handle it with prayer. Have a good day.